I haven't been on that much lately, but now I'm maybe do a couple of videos on ARK or so, kind of so you can see what how RAGNAROK looks, which is amazing. I'll show you some of my animals, some of the bases that I've been starting, and because I haven't finished anything really, because there's so much to do by myself. Hope you enjoy it. All right. I got another base also in the other server, but I'm just gonna go with RAGNAROK today. Only RAGNAROK. I mean, I take a lot of pictures, but they're not gonna do it justice. So at least this way you'll get to see everything. Soon I'll be jumping on some bosses. I'm raising some TRexes. Probably started today. They got double maturation this weekend, so I'll probably jump on that. You can only do it when that happens, because if not, it's way too long. It's 4 days regular, 2 days with a half a weekend, with a double weekend. So probably jump on it. Not gonna do any imprinting. It'll be just to hatch the eggs, to see what we get. Hopefully we get some good mutations. I got some Quetzal eggs. I got T-Rex, Quetzal, Pterodon. I think the only thing I want to jump on today is the T-Rexes. It's always hot on this side of the map, so that's why I don't have any of my let it load up. Way too much graphics. So load up, baby. It looks like crap. Usually having no clothes on out here, but I have my usually I take my frost wyvern, one of them, and I take off. Basically I have all the fur inside there, so if I take off to the north, which usually is where I go with that, I have it with me. If not, I just stay basically with no clothes on. These are the kibbles that I keep in here. These are all for the imprints. I have some in the other base, in the other world, in the island. So it's just basically the stuff I've been picking up here, and then I just transfer some of the kibble over here. But we're not doing any imprinting today. We're just gonna do the eggs. This is my last 3 Griffins that I did just recently. I gotta get them to about 1800 on the stamina, and then just pump the rest in health. This one should be really close. So about 2 more on that one. This one's actually done my last one. I only tamed those 2 over there. A 140 and 145. Too bad you can't breed them. That'd be awesome. Buckbeat is one of my first ones that I had. Actually, the second one I got. He's a 150, perfect tame. So yeah, he's got decent stats, but mostly is for damage. But I don't really use. But I got him to where I want him. Except I want to pump a little bit more health on him. I don't feel comfortable until they get about good 15,000 health. And this is Baby Cakes. This is the one I just did, a perfect 150. Put weight on her. I want to get up to about 800 weight, and then I put a little bit more damage on her. But now with the buff that they have, that basically the stone and such is in the metal is reduced on them. Not the stone, but the metal is reduced on the weight. It is awesome, because I mean you could literally, 800 pound Ankalo is like 1,600 pounds of metal, and then whatever you pick it up with only feels the initial 800 pounds of the actual animal. So that's where it's at. That's where it's at. All right, this is my forge out here. It's always busy out here, man. This is a really dangerous area, but sounds calm right now. Let me see what I got out there. Yeah. There's always crap out there to kill you out here. And now with the new patch about 3 weeks ago, the gigas are spawning on this side. So this is my forge here. This is my only rock monster here. I got another 20 plus in the other realm. So yeah, it's gonna be a little bit. And my T-Rex is here because I'm always mating him, so I just keep him in here. This is it right here. I mean, one of them is later than the other. Oh, they're all ready. Let me put you know, I can't wait till they do the actual S plus, which is structure plus. Whenever they implement that, hopefully sometime soon, then you get all those awesome abilities and mods and textures, and the best thing I remember seeing is the hitching post. Basically, you lay down a hitching post, each animal. You click on it, and you could attach to it, and you could have them anywhere. Put them on wander, and they don't leave that area. They stay on attached to the post, almost like a horse. You know, when you tie them up to a pole. So it's pretty awesome. Can't wait to see that. I'll make them later. Look at these eggs going. These are my fertilized eggs. I got some nice pterodon ones, but these are the ones I started. My really good ones are with basically level 300 eggs on the other realm. So Quetzal egg, beautiful 252, 235, 246, 233. Both of them that'd be a decent one. You see, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 T-Rex eggs. I mean, go big or go home. That's all I see. That's all I know. But you see how I check to make sure that it's half. If it's half, it should say only 2.5 hours. It should say only 2. Oh, by the way, this is my actual incubating platform. Put all the eggs you want on here, and they're ready to go. There's about 20 air conditioners under there. Yeah, incubating 2.5 hours. Beautiful. That'll work just fine. I started now. Let me see. I'll be done by Sunday afternoon. I can wait till tomorrow, but I just hate doing that, man. I gotta get up early in the morning to work, but I might be able to put some time in there. So, shoot. Or should I just do 2 or 3? What the heck? Why not? Who needs sleep? What I'll do is I'll time it tonight, put all these on there. All incubating and not taking damage. Incubating, and what I'll do is I'll decide tonight it's 2.5, incubating the bad boy young. And then what I'll do is I'll decide after 2 hours and 20 minutes or so, I can decide to stop, and I just put them in as it is, and then I can have them ready. I could even start that tomorrow like that, and that way we'll basically have 2 days from that point and make it a lot faster. You know, that way I can decide if I'm going to do it, because it's going to be a lot of work. There's a lot of eggs. Incubating. Yep. That was good. I know that one won't be good. Oh, it's incubating too. Crazy bastards. Hold on, let me see. That's the beautiful thing about the platform, because it's always running with your electricity. You know, just set it up nice. It's incubating. I'm gonna move it because we'll have some problems before. Almost lost an egg one time. I didn't keep it on it, and it was too close to the edge over there, and yeah. So about 2 hours and 20 minutes or so, I'll come back and pull off the eggs, put it in the refrigerator, or decide to hatch them. That's the beauty of it. I mean, it's close. So let me see this way. It's 4:40. So we say 4:40. So 2.5. So I'll come back around 7. About 7:05. Depending, there's some server lag. By 7:05, I'll come back and decide. Yeah, I might just, let's say, do them, have them ready, and then tomorrow I got a wedding, so I'm gonna be able to do crap, and it ticks me off. Or maybe I can set them up, hatch them, and then have somebody here keep an eye on them. Who knows? I don't know. We'll see. That's my egg right there. Alright, let's go do it. I'll breed these guys later. Now, this is my Pachyrhinosaurus. Kind of a useless thing. She wasn't a perfect 150 when I tamed her. So I mean, I want to do everything but 140 and up, every single one. So I got nothing that's low level. I mean, you know, if you don't do it right, I mean, you don't have something high, it doesn't even make the sense to even do any kind of the weight or anything like that. You know, that weighting and stuff for taming it, make it worth it, you know. So even though it's a little longer, it's better that way. But then we had a little problem with the server being capped, so I decided we don't need another male. Actually, they're basically useless. They just have that calming aura that they do. I'll show you that. I mean, it's all right, but I mean, it was not needed. You know? I mean, that's it. I mean, it does. I mean, I've been attacked before, and I've been on it, and it makes them run away and completely forget you even there. So, I mean, it does work. It's just, kind of useless. And these are my top 3 dragons. I have hatched 5 over here on this room. These are my 5. I never use the guys. Never using Arctic. All these are ice dragons. Beautiful colorations. Beautiful colorations of these guys. This is the prettiest one of all. This is all purple. All purple ring. So, yeah, they're pretty good. But believe it or not, out of these 3, my lowest level one, which is this one here, this used to be a 150 egg. That was a 150 egg, 160 egg, and a 170 egg. This one has the best stats of all of them. That's the luck of the draw. Why, a lot of people say, oh, I want to get only a 150, but no. Because sometimes the 140, because remember, you get those points that goes in there, whatever, the level is how many points are randomly distributed. And that's how that works, so you could, have a really good roll on a 130 and have better stats than a 150, so it's all, who knows. Anyways, this is my only bees here. I have 3 beehives on the island, so let me get on my JOB here. I would go feed them, but y'all need to be seeing that. See something a little bit more exciting than just feeding. Let me show you my other dragons. All right, this is my bad boy fire. My bad boy fire. Wish I had a little bit more health on it, but you know what? It's still good. Very good. Stamina's perfect, and that damage 655. This thing will shred. All right, it will shred. And then this one on top is my lightning. This is the bread and butter here. This is the most coveted dragon of all of them, just for the damage and everything. And I got a couple of good eggs too. Got a 190 fire lightning egg that I picked up, a 180 frost as well. So I got about 6 more dragon eggs to hatch. So there's a lot to do. It's a little tough because I'm by myself. 99% of the time I'm by myself. So it's a lot to do with mine. A lot to do. Anyways, here's the biotoxin. This is some that I have here. Every time I get it full, I try to make darts. This is my chemistry lab. This makes it like insanity. I mean, you gotta have that, man. If you want to do anything with a lot of building and a lot of anything, man. Shooting anything. I mean, you gotta have that, man. We're talking about 20 times faster, man, than that, and it's so much more. It's definitely what you're gonna have. Those are my skins and trophies, especially from the Halloween event. Anyway, crystal I'm lacking on. Crystal, believe it or not, is the hardest thing to get here in Ragnarok. All these are hide, full to the end. Hide, easiest thing to get. Crystal, the hardest thing to get. But it's still very, very doable. And of course, I got my fabricator on top, right up here. I'll show you that. That's my daughter's character right there, sleeping. That's a new thing that they added as well. Now you could basically, when you lay down, you're there, you're attached to it, so you're part of that bed. You don't get phased through the floor and all that. So I mean, they have done a lot of good things. This is my fabricator. Blah blah blah. That little ledge I had it before when I first started. I literally had, it was 1/10 of the size of this, and I had my pterodons up there and all that. I got rid of all pterodons, moved to the island. Yeah, let's do this. Because there's so much to do, it's like insane. Okay, that's your griffins. Okay, this is my best griffin right now. Overall, not so much stat wise, because you really don't even need damage. This is see, when they fly pretty decent right up, but then here their key is this. I mean, you just made that dive. I mean, you're booking. You're booking. Wow, really laggy today. Boom, boom. That's my Giga trap right there. I put it out there because now we have a stupid Giga keep spawning out here. So I gotta bring my trap, and this is my the trap I have all the way over here. This is for like any kind of flyers, anything I want to trap that walks through that gate. I could get it in there. It's just a makeshift one. It's really quick, but it works, man. I gotta tame the UT in here. I tamed the UT as well as there's 2 of the griffins in there, so it works really good. Speaking of griffins, let me see. The 140s and up like love to spawn. Look at that 135 right there. Just like that. Don't do it. Don't do it. Turn around. You didn't see anything. Alright. Alright. You didn't see anything. Let's get out of here. You didn't see that. Oh? What? An alpha? I ain't seen an alpha out here in 4 weeks. What? Crazy. Anyways. This guy, what he does, he also for damage, his main damage is the stomp. That stomp right there, it's a little laggy right there, but that's a stomp. Basically anything around it, it throws like, I think it's like 10 times its base damage. Some crap, so I really don't use the Griffins too much because I just... Anyway, sometimes they're so fast that, you know, it gets out of hand. And you want to make sure you can kill them. Like, let's say, like, you're here, like... Oh, no, let me land them and show you what I'm talking about. Alright. Like, if you're up in the air, and you're going and going and going, and for some reason he has that, you see that he looks like he's going to fall. Like, you see his wings tucked in, make sure that you hit the space bar to pick it back up. Because if he lands, he'll take massive damage. So, it's no problem as long as you don't land, so keep that space bar in mind. So you can fly fast as Oogi and maneuver. I mean, this the fastest flyer right now in the game. So, but it's not like instant. You have to. You can tell how it does because it's so fast right now that it actually it's like playing havoc on my video card to try to load everything because it's moving so fast. Luckily, it doesn't crash, but it's moving so fast that the video card has to load everything and have everything on the highest graphics possible. So what you have is like it's just an insane amount of information that's trying to basically throw at you in front really fast, and that's why we have it. But this is not bad boy. I love Sirion. You know, Game of Thrones. She is, I mean, she's insane. I mean, I built her for just to wreck. And her biggest thing is I mean, not too many people have a higher level like that of snow frost wyvern because they don't like them because their biggest thing is they have the how you call it the slow, but they don't realize that when you blast it blasts. Look at that T-Rex stuck. When it blasts, it slows, but also the initial blast, it's just like does the damage like fire, so it does like a fire damage. So, just to show you how this thing wrecks. Not only is it slow, which is amazing for like runners, especially like raptors, like alpha raptor. Look at that. Watch these. That's an alpha raptor. It shredded it with like no damage. I mean, it's dangerous. Sorry about Dodecarus. Sorry about that. What level are you? Oh, look at that. See, everything high level in this place. 130. So let's go Pyong. Go Pyong. T-Rex is stuck. Watch it be a 150 or something. I'm about to kill it. He got stuck with a moron. Yep, 130. Look at that crap. Oh, you're wrecked though. You're dead. Oh, it's going through the building, so it's not registering. The slow register is looking there. Wait, I have to get in here. There you go. So 130. Look at that. 130 T-Rex. What, 5 bites? Yeah, this dragon is insane. Come on, baby. No root herd, so you can just see this. Yeah, one of these days I'll upgrade my computer, but yeah, it's not happening anytime soon. I got a great video card, but the computer is really dated, so this makes things a little interesting sometimes. But I definitely know it's not my video card. And this thing doesn't want to land because it's too small of an area. Anyway, this is my Quetzals that I have here. I have another 5 or 6 Quetzals in the other one. One is high, but the other ones are low. Oh, these are my, see Samson? Delilah, obviously. So Delilah has her. She's the newest one. She was a 140. I think it was 145 or something. Perfect thing. So yeah, kibble the whole enchilada. So she's gonna be amazing. See, her health is not. It's amazing. 8,500. And the weight is 3,300, so it's not too bad. But she has a lot to go. Samson, look at that crap on Samson. 4,200 on the weight on Samson, and a decent 7,500, 48 on his health. I don't have a saddle for her because I got an ascendant saddle on the other place, but I'm not using them at all. And this is my 3,400 on the weight on this one. This is amazing. She was decent. She was, I think, a perfect tame, like 120, 130 quetzal, so she's really good as well. So she's got a little bit more. I think she'll get maxed out around 205 or so. But she's the one I use for basically catching the other one. And as you can see, I got my ascendant platform with almost 60 armor. So yeah, everything. We always have it ready. Always have it ready to go for anything. Extra darts, stuff like that. I've been going away from darts and not using just the regular darts. I'm using the biotoxin darts, which are the shock darts, which are amazing. And narcotics, basically they're a novelty right now because it's, you can actually use the biotoxin so much better. I mean, and yes, they do go bad, but their process is easy. While you're swimming out there in the sea, kill some jellyfish, and you're good to go. And you have it, you have it for weeks. So when I parked out here, I basically got onto the green obby, so I could be able to do transfers and stuff like that easier. So it's pretty cool. Just no biomes, so let me switch my crap. What is this? Why did that get in? There, my wolf head. Woot! Jon Snow for life. It looks so cool too, man. Wish I could show you. I'll show you when I'm gonna park real quick. I know it looks awesome. I love it. I love it. Start all the way. So then you got a little Pegamastics. They're the ones that steal crap. As long as you're on this baby, ain't nothing hurting you. Really nothing hurting you. The only thing that can hurt you is like another dragon. That's about it. But this land is so massive. I mean, it's insane. Insane to cross. See, that's the whole on this side. I'm not even going to go over there. If you can look away to my right, you can see the entire desert. I mean, let's see as far as you can see. I mean, it's just full desert. That whole side over there, that desert, is basically the size of the scorched earth. Just that over there. Not as wide as scorched earth, but longer. So same, basically. Yeah, you see the barrier there, but it's just like a barrier here, but you could go around that on the other side. And they just haven't unlocked this wall here for some stupid reason. But I could literally get on the other side, no problem. Show you some of the nest locations. There's about 6 nest locations, but these are the ones that I always go to. And believe it or not, farming it is easy. You just gotta not worry about it. And when you're out here, check. And believe it or not, I've gotten more 190s just by checking randomly than me farming for them. So that right there usually would be 1 drop right here. The nest comes right here, right below the dragon. The nest lawns right here. Whenever you see a nest, you most likely will see a dragon as well. So they kind of coincide. So if you see a dragon that says 190 on it, that egg was 190. So that's pretty cool. If you see it's like with a 50 or a 75 or whatever, then I wouldn't worry about it. Because believe it or not, with dragons, if it's not a high level one, they're not worth it for many reasons. Not because it's just so much more damage and health and blah blah blah. It's the fact that their ability to be raised increases so much nicer. There's the other one. Yeah, watch it be a nice one. Ooh, nah, 50. And I can pick it up. Once you pick it up, of course, it brings aggro to the dragon. So if the dragon was not killed, it will come to me now. Definitely gonna eat it because it's a 50. That's like crap. I mean, if you don't have like a 160, 170 at least, I mean, you want 180, 190. Just because the imprints will make it easier. Your food is insanely easier because it has a larger food pool. I mean, sometimes if you're not worried about imprinting, which I would definitely be worried about imprinting with a dragon, you could literally go 12 to 15 hours without getting milk for your dragon because their food pool is so large. So believe it or not, dragons to me, once you have the trap to trap them, dragons to me are the easiest, by far the easiest to raise. It's 4 days, yeah, but it's, you know, on a double weekend you're talking about 2 days. And when it comes to imprinting, it only asks for hugging, walking, or milk, which is super easy. Obviously super easy to get. Not as easy as a lot harder. That's an 85 wise wyvern. So that's the one. That's the one that's attached to this drop over here. I'm gonna show you. His nest or her nest is over here. It's not. I call it. My train of thought. Let me get this over here. You know, golds are still okay. Sometimes just get some random weird patterns that you don't have. You know, that's about it because I like to get all the patterns. So, but red is still your best, and then of course the underwater loot drops are your total best. Everything attacks me. This is super bright. Come on, man. What the heck is that? Really? That's ridiculous. Anyways, this is the other drop. See the other, because there's about 6, but these are the 3 that are so easy that there's always on my way out here. And here's where the tree stump is at. Right here, land right here, right under the dragon, right there where it's at. Right there is nest will spawn right there. So obviously somebody killed that one dragon that I got the egg from because it didn't come after me. It will literally be on you within seconds. It doesn't stay no more than about 100 200 yards from the egg. So somebody killed it already. This server is so packed. I mean, it's always, you know, always full of life, man, with so many people. This right here is my trap. You can see the remnants of the wall that I had created yesterday when I got the UTs. I'll leave the foundations in there for the heck of it. Anyway, this is my my wyvern trap. See, you use the bottom. You use the bottom when you're flying in to trap a wyvern. You come in from the top on a high angle. So when you drop down, he'll be stuck on the top part of it as you basically nicely fly through easily through the bottom part with no problem, nothing obstructing you. Now, if you do it with the reason I have the top one with a pillar missing in the second in the middle over there at the end is because I did that one. So if you have a griffin, you could do the same thing. The griffin will fly through there, or the dragon is following him, and you could basically still tame it. So either way, just go on top if you have a griffin, go on the bottom if you have a dragon. All right, I'll show you my lighting. I got everything turned off because of some stupid reason. ARK. Let me put everything in here. I don't need all this crap. I can't fit that, can I? Rather have, believe it or not, this. I don't want this one. ARK, believe it or not, shoot. Even though your thing is locked up, right? It says lock, pin lock, the whole 9 yards, right? Somebody could literally come over here, turn it on, and turn it off. So it's locked from the inventory of it, you know. So they can't take your gas, but they could might as well do it because if you're not out here for days and somebody just turns it on and you don't really ever turn it on unless you're trapping a wyvern for the milk, then you waste your gas. So I learned that the hard way. So that's why I have Minecraft. That's why I even separate my gas from the thing. So anyway, this is my little runway I got going on here. Boom. So at night is nice and neat. I mean, you can't miss it. Only a total idiot would miss it. So boom, boom, you're ready to go. Climb in there, you're good to go. Knock them out, get the milk. Believe me, that sounds crazy, but It's way easier than trying to do imprints with some crazy kibble like, you know, Dimorphodon or Dimetrodon kibble. You know, like, who the heck has those? It's just ridiculous. So, you know, if you want a high level animal like that and you're going to use it, then you're going to have to do that. But for a dragon, you have, you know, 190 egg, hatch a beast, and he'll be 100% imprint. So that's my locking thing there. Boom, boom, da, 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 da. Who knows? Anyway, this is the scar over here. Several places in the scar. Careful with that lava. It will destroy you. Just gonna check a little bit just to see what's up. Got careful with the lava. And nobody's picked this tour. This egg has been in here for 4 days. Nobody's touched it. Bitches, I think it's a 25 or a 50. I can't remember. Make sure ain't nobody around. No dragons. That's funny. You don't want to pick them up unless you're gonna keep them, really, because they'll come after you. Unless you really want to like farm the eggs, then you definitely want to pick up all the eggs so they'll start spawning better ones. So it's all, you know. I'm just here for the heck of it. I don't want to have to fight any crazy stupid stuff in there. I think this is a 50. One of these is 50. Lay down, stupid. It's coming. Watch your back always. 85. Yep. And again, you know, if it's not 170 or up, don't even bother. Don't even bother. Show you all the areas. This one here, for some reason, it's a glitch or something. It has not dropped any, and I believe it's because it's idiot over here. Hold on. Some idiot did this right here. It's causing, I believe it's causing some chaos, because now this egg here won't spawn, and this one here is the only one spawning, which is ridiculous because he put something around it. You literally walled it. There's some idiot that, this is the idiot that's on the realm that literally, this guy right here, flat out idiot. He's the one on the realm that picks up the eggs and then throws them out, and that causes a glitch with the egg system. Basically, if you get an egg and you don't want it because it's just low level, but you want it to, you know, spawn a new one, eat the egg, put it in your inventory, do something, take it home, bake it. I don't care what it is, but don't just throw it in the air. Because what happens if you put a floater up in the air like that, it causes it to not want to spawn that egg, because it has to, basically the egg has to be used, manipulated, or eaten so it can spawn a new one. So it causes glitches with the eggs. So yeah. Told many times and he doesn't give a crap. And now he walled it like an idiot. But whatever. That's the lightning one. We don't want to mess with that one. Anyway, there's a lot. There's about 15 different spots. It's kind of tricky, and I'm doing this at night. Right there's a fire one, but I'm not even gonna check it. It's too dark. I don't want no chaos. And there's just the second scar. That's a volcano that you see in the distance over there. That thing erupts sometimes. Very dangerous. This is the other scar. This one's a little dangerous because it's really tight, and dragons like to be right on your tail. He's like poison. Get the heck out. I don't have a mask with me, so you got some over here, some behind me. But the poisons are easy to kill, but they are dangerous because they're the only animals, the only dragons that can basically fry you and put damage on your animal, on your dragon, and you. Literally to the point that 1 or 2 blasts will kill you. So we don't want to mess with it. I'm not even gonna go all the way to the red obelisk. Pass by this volcano, but I'm gonna keep my distance just in case if it erupts. I don't want to lose the dragon. Which that stupid bastard's still behind me too. Oh, he's down there somewhere. Oh, you can see him a little bit. Yeah. Anyways, this in the daytime. See what time it is. Alright, 2:44. Probably got about 5 more minutes or so, and 5 to 10 minutes, and daylight will come. That way you can start seeing this area. This area is literally scorched from all the explosions. This is literally, the ground is black. So it's like soot, like a black soot, and that's where all the insects are there. You know, the mantises, the beetles, the centipedes. I mean millipedes, not centipedes. But you also got to be careful because this is a giga spawning ground as well. So, and these morons, you know, build a house out here. So. Gotta be careful with these beaches as well, because you have that one animal. I forgot what his name is, but it's basically like a Komodo dragon, and it's horrible. Gives you disease, the whole 9 yards. So I haven't tamed any of those because there's. I mean, what do you need them for? So, just want to see if I can see one. This map is insanely large. Looks like a trio of allosaurus. One of them should be glowing because it's always an alpha. I tamed them before, but they were like, I don't know, they were just. It wasn't because you need the kibble for something. I mean, I wouldn't even. There's the alpha. I mean, I wouldn't even worry about them. To me, they're just another animal to feed that you really never want to use. So when you get to ARK, you know, it gets really frustrating if you have a crap load of animals you have to feed. But it gets more frustrating when you have animals that you never ever use, because it's all that time you spent. Like, what the heck is that? A beached whale? See, and that's part of the stuff that I like about this game. It gives you crap like that, more realistic stuff like that, like a beached whale. Sad though, the beach. Anything around? Yeah, beach whale. Funny. Ooh. What the heck give me this wood? No. Yeah, that's a nice little addition. I know it seems like it's not a lot, but a little beach whale right on the side is pretty cool. Let's see what they like. I'll go and fill up my water. There we go. How much food do I have? Yeah, about okay. I also keep my GPS in the animal or on me inside my inventory, not on my bar. For some reason, it's some glitch that you put on your bar. No matter what, every time you hit E to jump off your animal, you pick it up. You're using it, and it just gets in your freaking way. So that's why I keep it off unless I really use it. If it's on your bar, it basically is the first thing that pops up, no matter what. Try so I could show you some of the sheep. This is what I use. This is my main use for the things I don't have kibble for, because it's literally almost as good as kibble. It's like, you know, maybe about 20% off kibble. It's slightly higher than between kibble and prime meat. So it's got teeth. Considering what it takes to get kibble, if you don't have it, it's pretty decent. I mean, you know, on the highest level one, you might lose about 5 levels at the most. For the time that you spent, it's nothing compared to what you're paying for the kibble. So, and usually here's where they spawn. They're rare. I mean, you only see like at any given time on the map maybe about 5 to 10 of the sheep. So I always have a little plan, you know, like when I knock something down, I already look to see where they're at and keep an eye on them. You know, I have to wait about an hour and a half before I like to start tame the knockouts. But and then I basically have salt. I make salt to preserve. I mean, you can literally hold this meat for like an hour and 10 minutes on you. Whose Griffin is loose over there? That's not a spawning. Griffin spawning around. Yeah, somebody's Griffin. Just sitting there. Tribu de Scarlet. Anyways. That's why whenever you knock it down, the first thing you do is go check to see where they're at, so you see where they spawn, because they like to spawn in areas. It's usually always on this mountain somewhere, but the mountain is pretty big, and they'll be in groups anywhere from 3 to 5 at a time. So doesn't matter which one you kill, but anywhere they give you anywhere from 15 to 40 mutton. And like I said, have your salt on you, have your salt on your dragon, and have already your salt on the animal you're doing. That way the transfer you never lose any transfer. I wish it would start raining man, so you can see more of the beauty of it. This is a beautiful map. I mean, the mod maker of this map really took his time. So, I'm not always crap out of here. Oh my god. You kill an alpha, you know, you get like 1 million of these crossbows. I really have so many crossbows. I'm gonna keep the alphas. I mean the mastercrafts. Mastercraft and higher. That's a decent one, 196. I mean, considering, and again, you know, look at these weapons. Just because it says mastercraft as opposed to, let's say, journeyman, don't just discard it, you know, because the journeyman could have really close stats as the mastercraft, and the mastercraft could have very good close stats to the ascendant. So never just, you know, think it's not going to be good enough, because I literally have an ascendant. I have 2 ascendants, so 200 and a 250. Look at this mastercraft, it's 196. So I mean, that's pretty high mastercraft. There you go. Trying to see the beauty of it. It's beautiful. I mean, you remember when we were over there? I mean, this map is so huge. So many places to build. So many places to find creatures at. So many, you know, the diversity of the animals out here is insane. It's an Equus. Probably like a high level one. Low level one. Yeah. This dragon is OP. Alright. One thing it's not OP with is Giga. I'll tell you, the only reason the Giga is so powerful is because that bleed. That bleed is where it's at. If it was just a bite, I'll shred it with this dragon. There's that bleed effect that does that. And its speed that he chomps on. If it wasn't for that bleed, man, I could take him on. But no, there's no way. Look, he'll destroy my another rivals. Yeah. Bleed effects. I mean, he did minimal damage, but the Allosaurus is the alpha does a bleed effect. So, I mean, he did what, about 100 damage? Am I full now? No. Yep. Nah, about 500 damage. See how rare these little bastards are. That's why whenever you knock the thing out, man, go search to see where they're spawning there for the day. So what happens when somebody kills the group because they use it? Oh. Yeah, that's the wrong place to be, buddy. That's the wrong place to be. If I could just put it on top of the thing and drop it in the ocean, that would be awesome. But yeah, you can't do that. So what happens is whenever they kill the group, they randomly spawn somewhere else. It's usually anywhere that's fuzzy green like this, like you see it. They love to pillar crab. Bad pillars everywhere. But you know, it doesn't matter. It's like the people who put pillars. It's funny because the people who put pillars, you know, because they don't want people to spawn there. Half of them are legit. You know, they put it there because pillars don't count as a structure. So they pull it around areas that, let's say, where like metal comes out or crystal or something like that. So it you know, doesn't mess up the spawn area, because a lot of people are idiots and they just spawn. You know, they build crab out on top of a metal deposit. You know, they don't think about it. So still no sheep. There you are. There they go. Boom. There's a bass right there. You can see them. Boom, boom, everywhere. Yeah, be careful. This is a gig area. Bass that come out of nowhere. That's your ovis. That's your bread and butter there, guys. If you don't have kibble and it's a meat eater, oh, look no further. A lot of people, you know, if it wasn't because this server has the problem with cap, I mean, they're under cap right now, so there's no problem with cap. Right now, they're probably like a good few hundred. I think one of the tribes left, so they changed a lot of things since the last time. There's more over here, so there's a good 6 or 7 right around here. They changed everything when it comes to that. So now when you don't show up, somebody can't claim your dino anymore. After the 7 days is up, oh no, not 7 days, 8 days actually. It's like 7 days, 23 hours and such. Whenever you see the timer, you don't show up, it despawns your dino. So your dino's gone. So nobody can claim it anymore. That started for the last few weeks now. So I mean, that's good and bad in a way. Good, you know, bad because now you can't get no, you know, Griffin dinos, but good is because now, you know, the population will go down because people are not showing up. It doesn't, you know, somebody can't just go and pick it up and now it's there, so it still keeps the population the same. So it helps the population. So that's why I'm not complaining. And I love to tame anyway, so I tame my butt off. So taming is not an issue. So that's part of the coast. It's so insanely large, it's crazy. This is, show you this, remember the scorched area I was showing you? At night, this is, you can see it. At daytime. It is so massive I can't even explain unless, you know, you actually go through it and see what I'm talking about. This map is huge and it's beautiful. Everything is in the right spot. Everything makes sense. I mean, look, you know, the volcano right next to the snow biome, the snow doesn't melt. Might be, you know, inaccurate, but they have to put it somewhere. And I mean, barring you changing, like putting an island out there, like in the distance somewhere, with volcanic, and then you have to swim out, I mean, fly out there or swim out there to get to it, and then one area with snow, completely separate. But then now we're talking about a heck of a lot more, and this is already, it already taxes your system so bad. All right, it's double weekend right now, so as you can see, look, if you want polymer, you see that bad boy right there? That's all you need. What did he give me? He didn't even show it. No, he didn't give me no polymer. That's a lie. What the heck? Tell me they changed that. I have a cow. There you go. See? 38 organic polymer. Just like that. Just like that. 38 organic polymer. That's the way to go. I mean, in the double weekend, you just come up here, bam, you try to build, you know, 20 refrigerators, no problem. You need about, you know, 800 polymer, no problem. Go out here, 5 minutes, kill mantises everywhere. There's your polymer. I mean, that's what I do for I try not to make any polymer, even though I have a lot of obsidian. Right there, 30 more. Right there, 68 polymer and two kills. I try not to make any polymer, even though I have a crap load of obsidian, because I don't want to waste my metal. I don't want to waste none of that. So it's like, no, you can just go out here an extra 5 minutes and you got a crap load. I mean, a crap load of polymer. So that's what I use for my scuba gear. You know, so I usually have I keep about 24 different scuba tanks ready to go. 3 are Mastercraft. Definitely worth it, by the way. The Mastercraft definitely worth it. We're talking about 5 times longer, 6 times longer. I mean, you forget you have to change it. So that's how much it lasts. So, but I do have a lot of the little ones that I carry with me, just to have, just in case. You know, might forget that you know, it's been, you know, 3 hours that I'm in the water. So it's still good to have, you know where this polymer is at, because it takes a lot of polymer to fix and to create those scuba tanks. So you know, this is one little area. I mean, you see this place is it's just massive, man. And I don't want to skip anything, so I mean, I'm gonna have to skip back there because I'll do it on the way back. Let me show you the redwood area. Basically, you gotta pass the scar. It's around the red obelisk, and that's about it. The right hand side is beautiful, but again, you know, that's my trap again. I mean, it works like a charm, man. It works like a charm. Yeah, the hot is dookie out here, but I'm just gonna take a little bit of damage because of the heat now. It's equivalent to being frozen. So I'm gonna get a little bit of, see, because it instantly changes. So there's no sense to switch gears. So once you head out here, just put the fur on. And even though my fur, I had ascendant all the way across fur, and yeah, something happened and I died and I lost it. I couldn't get to my thing because the internet, you know, disconnected the whole 9 yards. So, you know, yada yada. And this is the only thing that I have left of the ascendant. I can make more, but like I said, it's not needed, not really necessary. But it is necessary if you're gonna like live out here, because if you see the armor 407, look at the hypothermal. When I had the full ascendant, it was, I'll give you an idea. When I had the full ascendant, it was roughly about 900 to 1,000, I think, hypothermal. And I still, when there was the murder snow, that means when there was a blizzard out here in this area, I was still an ice cube. So that gives you an idea that it's, you know, sometimes it's just brutal out here when it comes to ice. Basically, they love their ice here, just like scorched earth love their heat. So that's where the otter would come in, because I had an otter until it like died, and yeah, disconnection again. You know, disconnected, came back, it was dead. It was so dead. But I had the otter, and that helped because I think the otter gave me like another like 200. But I still had like a snowflake. So unless you have like super great gear and an otter, just pump some health in your tune, and make sure you have plenty of you know, at least 400. Try to go around 450, 500, so you can have something to counteract any kind of damage you might take. So it doesn't, like, you know, don't walk around with 100, because you'd be dead in like, you know, 60 seconds. So this place is just massive. I'm just flying around. No stand. This crap, see, chitin. Oh my god, I get so much chitin sometimes, it's insane. You see that crap? Just because those 2 things I killed. It's just crazy. That's why, you know, chitin is like not even needed. Oh, red drop. Gotta go to those red drops, because that's your highest regular drops in the game. Oh, hit by the masses. Bastards. He's there to freaking. Oh, they're there to take your crap. They'll take your meat. They'll take your water. They'll take everything. They'll haul butt, and they'll haul in the haul butt, and then hide in the bushes. And you look at the crap. Look at that crap. Massive crap. Basilosaurus. Yes. Ah! Woo! Yes. Because all I had was a I had. Oh, here you go. You son of a bastard. Oh, you joining me? There you are. Your mama. Whatever. Alright. Yes. Because all I had was journeyman. I had 2 journeymen and then a regular one. Now, I mean, 600, the fiber, no problem. I'm just going to have to make it in the other one, because I got no ability to get fiber over here. I got like nothing over here that has to do with fiber. So, but look at that. 3100 fiber, 2500 hide, 690 ingots, no problem. I can make 3 of those to help my Basilosaurus, since I got 3. Heck yeah! Now see, that's a good drop. That's a good drop. Oh yeah, that's awesome. Score. That's definitely a good one. Waterfalls, beautiful waterfalls. Can't remember which one it is, but one of them has basically a hidden cave behind it. I could build a platform right there. I mean, there's so many good places. It's just I'm by myself and I'm just trying to do so much, man. I'm so excited about ARK. ARK to me, you know, even though there's glitchy here and there, I mean, there's not too many games that could basically eat up your time like this, and you just enjoy building, enjoy teaming, enjoying the actual, oh, I call it, what is this? Oh, a bear. Oh, it's another thing that they brought out here, a different kind of bear, not just a grizzly bear. Some of them are polar bears, believe it or not. I think it's called polar grizzly or something like that. Let me see. I don't know if it's male dire bear. Oh, it's a polar dire bear. It's called polar dire bear. Definitely not it, but they're rare, but they have them. That's the backside over there. So you could, like I said, you could get in it, but you have to go around the wall. They haven't unlocked the wall. I don't know why. I guess they don't want people to basically load the game going forward like that. You know, I don't know. There's just too much going on. I don't know. Because you could literally, if you're on the other side, you could literally be on that side. It's just basically like one big wall there, but you could be around it. And legally, you could be around it. You could totally be there and build stuff. But Scorched Earth was insane. Was insanely difficult. It was really tough. And I tamed so many animals over there that, you know, I really don't want to look at desert. I do not want to look at desert anymore. So that's why I haven't built anything in the desert. Okay, you know, tried, you know, raising 10 wyverns at the same time, 100% imprint in the desert where the darn milk was spoiled in, you know, 5 minutes. So it was insane. It was crazy. Here you put that sucker in. Here you don't have that issue. Here you put the sucker in the preserving bin with salt. 9 hours, depending on how fast you are. 9 hours in there, as long as you put salt every 2 hours. That milk, you can literally load up 2 or 3 of those full of milk. Keep salt in it. And as long as you're good at salt, keeping it there, you could do a crap load of just fill them up. You know, 30, 40, 50 milks. Keep it in there, and that way, so when you're overnight and you're trying to sleep because you have a job and a life, you could go in there and say, okay, boom, I don't have to go, you know, knock out. I don't have to go out there in the middle of nowhere, find a dragon, knock him out, and then come back to the base, do all that while you're trying to sleep at 4 o'clock in the morning. Just go, wake up, go to the refrigerator. Well, not the refrigerator, but to your the preserving bin. Pull out the milk. You're done. So yeah, definitely never want to raise a wyvern in Scorched Earth. And some of these bases are amazing. Of course, they got like, you know, 5 people, 10 people. Don't freeze up on me. Don't do it. Yeah, don't do it. There you are. Good job. Good job. As you can see, there's a lot of redwood to build, you know, platforms, do whatever you want to do. And the trick is really, if you have a lot of multiple places, which I failed at that when I was doing the island one, because I had a lot of platforms, then I would fail to go by there. Because if you're not by there every 7 days or so, it just, you know, it demolishes. So, you know, that's the sucky part. So the trick is, if you can't go out there because you don't have time, make sure you put at least 2 beds. All right, 2 beds, and then you drop your items, teleport there, come back, and as long as you showed up there, it counts as, you know, being there. So that way you could basically go all across the map in 5 minutes flat. Just make sure you have 2 beds, because once you hit 1 bed, it'll be in a cooldown. That way you could go there, and you showed up and come back. This is if I'm not mistaken, this is the the public one. Yeah, see, this is the public one, the public oil run. The crap load of oil. I mean, oil, you don't have no issues. But then, of course, if you have ocean dwellers like Basilosaurus, you don't need oil either. I mean, you don't have to worry about it because they generate oil constantly, and you know when they kill, you know they're easy to kill. The other Basilosaurus would give you a crap load of oil, so oil is not an issue. Now this guy has his base under here, which is so god blessing cool. He has an opening over here. Something. I mean, it goes on and on that way, but it, you know. I mean, I guess I could show you, but it's just so much to show. I could be on hours just showing you the thing. I mean, some of these, look at the scenery, just gorgeous, man. Gorgeous sceneries. This guy's base got demolished? What? No way. Sure enough. See, that's a beautiful place to build. Look at that crap. You got a beautiful lagoon all to yourself with that beautiful water. You could build something amazing there, man. And it's not pillared, none of that crap. So, let's see who's the one that left. Oh, ARK can demolish a lot. Yeah. Alright. See, that's part of the wall. That stupid wall for no reason. Because you could literally be on the other side. So, anyway, and it goes on and on that way.